The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
It's time to BS.
I understand we don't kink shame around here, but why the hell is there an Eagles coach wearing a pink thong on the sideline?
That's our opening.
This is our opening. This is what you get. Opening. Jack is here.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
So I have a horrible idea that just ensued here. Are you wondering what I am drinking?
Not really, but go ahead.
So it is peanut butter whiskey, Screwball to be more specific, and a Monster.
Oh god.
This is a horrible idea.
That's a terrible idea. Your body might shut down in the middle of this.
Wait, seriously?
I don't know.
Don't do that.
I'm just being sarcastic. I think you're gonna be fine. But you might not feel good the next morning, but
no, I'm not drinking the whole thing. I'll probably drink like half of it. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 194. We are coming to you from the lovely beaches of Long Island, New York, and there's Jack. It's time to BS with Staniel Smooth.
It's just me. You're not drinking the whole thing at once. Like you didn't combine the Monster into the drink, did you? Because that's not something I would do.
I did about 3 shots of whiskey, and then I poured about half the can of Monster in there.
I would not have done that.
Why?
I mean, it's your drink.
No. Tell me so I can dump it out.
Well, I don't know. It seems unhealthy. Is all I'm saying. Like okay. It seems bad.
I'm definitely not. Hold on. Fuck.
I hate to take the enjoyment out of it, but
you're good. You're looking out for me. I appreciate that. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Pausing real quick. Wait, there we're back. I was muted.
Yeah, I just searched it up on Reddit. It said there's other things inside Monster that are not great to mix with alcohol. So
I shouldn't have taken a sip.
I think you'll be fine. You just might feel like shit for a little bit.
Like, what do you mean, like shit?
I don't know. I didn't look into it too closely.
You're really going to cause me an anxiety attack here, bud.
I think you're fine.
Okay,
I just wouldn't overdo it beyond what you already did.
Thank you. Did you see the Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix trailer?
I saw that came out. I didn't look at it because it's anime stuff.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It actually looks like a really good show.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm sure it might be. I don't know. I don't care.
No. Have you seen the Last Airbender movie?
No.
Good. Don't. It was horrible.
All right. I won't.
It was horrible. But
it's just not my cup of tea. It's like it's just anime stuff. It's not my cup of tea.
I don't even know if it's anime really.
I mean,
One Piece is anime.
Are you talking about the live action one that released, like, what was it?
This morning?
Oh, no, not this morning.
Oh, the movie?
Like
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, okay. All right. Jack, to get this anger out of the gate, go full Kings fan.
There's no anger. There's no anger. Actually, there might be a little bit of anger. There might be a tiny little bit of anger here, but
There's
we're going to
no
go off
anger,
here.
so what is it?
I am just sick and tired. There's some anger. I'm sick and tired of, like, the national media pretending like they don't give a fuck about the Kings, and they don't seem to realize this team is a contender. This team is a Stanley Cup contender. And if there was any proof, it was last night when they walked into Las Vegas and beat the shit out of the Golden Knights. It was not close. The first period was close. After that, it was like the Kings just outplayed them defensively. And I've been dealing with a ton of trolls and shit. Like, you texted me when it happened too, like a ton of Vegas fans in my Twitter mentions talking about how, oh no, the Kings aren't better. They lost in a shootout, and like Vegas is all this and all that. And like,
is this over the Twitter feud that you had with a bunch of Knights fans?
Yeah, this is me clapping back because the Kings absolutely are a better team than they are.
Yeah.
I'm getting the word out right now. And again, all the proof was out there last night. I don't want to hear the injury excuse because the Kings are still missing Victor Arvidsson. They're still dominating. This team is 7-0-0 on the road to open up the season. And they just handed the team who's gone off to this run. They just won the Stanley Cup, unfortunately. They're off to this incredible start to the season. They're like 11-0-1, 11-1-1 going into this game, and the Kings just took them and handed their asses to them on home ice on national TV last night. There's your wake-up call. This team is here. Complete performance up and down. Nearly a shutout for Cam Talbot. They're not with...
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. Jack is predicting undefeated season and Stanley Cup championship for the Los Angeles Kings.
I'm not quite going there.
Bullshit.
I'm not quite going there. Here, let me explain. This team is not without its faults because they have two questions left to answer right now, and both of them can be answered in their game tonight. One, can they start winning at home a little more consistently? Two, can Phoenix Copley recover from his rough start to the season? Because all my goaltending questions before the start of the season had to do more with Cam Talbot, and so far Cam Talbot has absolutely been the guy for the Kings. Now it's just a matter of can Phoenix Copley sort of recover from his rough start that he's had to this year and prove that he can be the solid backup option. If not, you have to take a look at David Rittich. If he's not the guy, then you're looking at a goalie trade outside the organization.
He's still around?
He's still around.
From the Flames?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's currently our third string. I think he's in the minors right now.
Crazy shit.
Yeah. But if those questions can be answered, I mean, the Kings are a dangerous team, and I think the division is within. Like, I'm firmly predicting they win, at the very least, they win the Pacific Division this year.
Can I rage?
After that, who the hell knows?
Can I rage, please?
Go for your rage.
The Islander fan base needs to completely shut up. Understand this. This is the same. So, I took a screenshot of this, I believe. The Islanders right now have 13 points, which is fourth in the Metro. They're not currently in a playoff spot, but once again, 13 points into the season.
Sure.
Our good friend, Stefan Rosner, over at NHL.com, friend of the show, says, think on November 5th, at midnight, things could be worse. Things could be like the San Jose Sharks, who at the time gave up 10 goals in back-to-back games. Following reply says, honestly, I'd rather have that Sharks roster because I know what to expect every game and I know what the end result will be. Hopefully, getting a superstar young player that will change the franchise forever. I'm stuck believing in a team that can't hold a 3-goal lead at home twice in a week. That is from an Islanders fan who said this at the formerly winless San Jose Sharks, who are on track to be worse than the expansion Senators back in the early 90s.
This is not something that needs to be taken lightly either. Like, the San Jose Sharks are a
horrible train wreck.
I have never seen a train wreck of this, but I thought the Ducks last year were bad. At least they started off better than this. The Sharks
are worse.
They were like 0-10-1 before they won a game.
So understand where I come from here. I understand Lane Lambert is not your favorite coach. I understand that he doesn't allow his team to score 7 goals a game like Edmonton, who, by the way, is worse than you.
Edmonton is a mess, too.
But I digress.
They're playing each other tonight, by the way. That's going to be entertaining. In a different way.
This is the same team. This is the same fan base who says we need to fire Lou Lamoriello, the man who is single-handedly responsible for all the success that they've had the last 6 years. You do not go to back-to-back conference finals without Lou Lamoriello taking over. You do not hire Barry Trotz without Lou Lamoriello. You do not bring over Ilya Sorokin, who proceeds to sign an 8-year extension, without Lou Lamoriello being hired by the new ownership of the Islanders, John Ledecky and Scott Malkin. That none of this happens without Lou coming here. Nothing. And the fact that there are Islanders fans that say they'd rather bring Mike Milbury out of retirement.
What the fuck?
Jack, Mike Milbury.
This is overreaction shit.
Mike Milbury.
I've ever seen it. I get what you're saying. You said it 3 times. I get it.
Worst GM in the history of sports.
This is typical overreaction.
It's not even that. It's the fact that, yes, I get it. They're not winning games that you want to win. Who the fuck cares? They're not going to win every single game. There are 82 games in a hockey season, not 17. Okay? You
have to look at each team's situation and realize when the right times are to like make a change like this. And this is not the time for the Islanders.
They are not going to fire Lane Lambert unless if the team is dog shit come December or even January. If the team is dog shit, which by the way, they're not. I did some research. As of right now, in the first and second period, they are the highest scoring team in the NHL. Highest scoring team in hockey in the first and second periods. Okay. And it gets even better. The defense, for the most part, has played really well. Bo Horvat, your trade acquisition that you got from Vancouver, you won that deal. By the way, there's another deal that does not happen without Lou coming here. Okay? Yes, I understand Matt Barzal has not eclipsed 80 points since his rookie season. Hell, even 70. But the fact of the matter is, you do not get the players or the coaches that you have. Mitch Korn, legendary goalie coach in the NHL, in NHL lore. Pekka Rinne, Braden Holtby. I can keep going. Dominic Hasek, Hall of Famer. 2 Hall of Famers are going. He's coached. He does not come to Long Island without Lou bringing in Trotz. None of this happens without Lou. And you have the balls to say, hey, let's go back to the shit days. I sure as shit do not want to go back to those days anytime soon.
No. I'm sure you guys don't.
Jack, are you familiar with how terribly ran this franchise was for a better part of 20 years?
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to that. I don't. I really don't. And the fact that there is a good chunk of the fan base that's suggesting we go back to those days, I know I have a team. I know I have both of my teams tattooed on my biceps. But every time I go on Twitter about the Islanders, and I'm still calling it Twitter, I don't give a shit. Every time I go on Twitter and see anything Islanders related, I turn it off. I can't. Because every time I want to punch my toolbox. Whew! There was a lot of anger.
Yeah, I can tell. But I feel that. I think that's an appropriate response to people who feels like they're overreacting.
It's atrocious. You don't say these things about a franchise that for the majority of the last 30 years has been a doormat. By the way, this is the same franchise that consistently boos John Tavares, who hasn't been with the team since 2017, and you're still not over that.
I would not be over that.
No, I digress with that, but like it's,
I think that one's understandable.
No,
because
that one's understandable the way he left. Yeah,
a franchise pillar player. He said he wanted to come back, then he dipped out on them and go to Toronto. Which he had his own reasons for wanting to go to Toronto. But
I get it, but at the same point, it's like you want Garth Snow back too. Oh, just no. Just no. I will read to you everything I have tweeted. The part of the Islanders fan base that wants to go back to mediocrity have probably never understood how poorly ran this franchise has been since the late 90s. Please and politely get the fuck out. This is the same Isles fan base who wants to fire Lou Lamoriello. I get it. He doesn't sign or trade for a player you wanted. So what? They're not that bad of a team and you want to blow it up. Cry me a river. And by the way, this team won a single playoff series with a top 10 player of franchise history, whom you still boo every time he shows up to Long Island, rightfully so. The Isles, since Lou took over, have been to the conference finals twice for the first time since 1993. I rest my case. You've never seen me this mad. I've been pissed, but I've never been that angry. I'm sure
you're angrier than you're letting on right now, and you're pretty pissed. I can tell, but I get it.
I'm doing pretty good with managing my anger.
Good.
Because if I do go further, I'm gonna punch the toolbox that's to the right of me, and I know I can't do that because a lot of therapy. Not just from the Isles, but not from the Isles, but just from past is part of the reason why I've built up a lot of anger over the course of 15 years.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Move on.
We're going to take a quick break so we can gather ourselves and hopefully bring out some comedy here. So we'll be right back. You can't look this good talking some BS without a great haircut. Hey guys, it's Staniel Smooth here from Time to BS, and I want to talk to you guys about our newest friends of the show, Hardway Barbershop, located in the hidden gem of Long Island in Blue Point, New York. Hardway Barbershop will be sure to give you a nice clean cut and beard trim for all your stylish needs, and for some sweet prices too. So what are you waiting for? Book your next haircut appointment at Hardway Barbershop today.
It's time to BS.
Nostalgia to talk. Jack, this is something you'll appreciate. I got an Xbox 360 recently.
Yes.
So, I was playing... What was I doing? Assassin's Creed. I was playing the first Assassin's Creed game. Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, like... And then I went back to my Series X and started playing... Like, what was it? Call of Duty Cold War.
You played Cold War.
Well, the matchmaking, yes. I'm not as far in advanced into the gaming sphere as you, Jack.
Fair enough.
But it was it was a lot of nostalgia. And truthfully, just speaking from the heart here, gaming and movies today, especially movies, has not been the same. And
no, it really hasn't.
And it stinks because, truthfully, like, I was also playing the PS2. I was also playing the PS2 the other day. I played Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, and the first God of War game. Like, the fact we needed 8 megabytes is all we needed for the PS2 back in the day. 2.5 gigs of data for the 360. Now you need a terabyte just to play a game.
I know. This is literally the issue that I've been dealing with today. I've been trying to clear up space because freaking Modern Warfare 3 is coming out, and the game is already like updating itself repeatedly, and it's just I need so much space. It's not even fair.
It's a shame. It's a real shame because I'll list you the systems that I have. I have the 360, the Wii, GameCube, PS2, Switch, the Xbox One, the Series X, and 3 different Nintendo DS's. I love the old shit. I love old games. And it's a shame because we've gotten so far into like, oh, graphics are great, rather than just, do you enjoy the game?
Yeah, I feel that.
And it's a shame. Like, I was playing fucking Pac-Man World 2 on the GameCube.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I loved that game.
World 3 is the one you gotta play.
I have World 3.
World 3 is the shit.
I have World 3.
That arguably might be the best Pac-Man game of all time. I'm not even kidding.
That's a shocker.
The fact that they gave them voices and then gave them some of the best writing to date. Oh my god.
For a 2005 game. Keep in mind.
For a 2005 game, that was dark as hell, but that was such a good game.
Do you remember? So I was watching. What the fuck was I watching? I was watching The Little Mermaid with my girlfriend because she wanted to watch it, and I love that movie. I'm a sucker for Disney. I don't give a shit. And then
fair enough. You have your nostalgia. That's completely fun. I watch little kid stuff all the time.
Nostalgia. And like people are like, oh, do you stream? It's like, I love my DVDs. I have a whole ass tower of DVDs. Hold on, let's turn the camera over. Can you see it?
There we go.
Do you see the tower of DVDs right there?
I see the tower of DVDs.
Yeah, there's also another one to the like right behind the TV. I have a lot of DVDs. That's like probably 130.
I can see the Little Mermaid sitting on your table right now.
Yeah, it's fucking
on your coffee table. It was sitting there. Just
subtlety. Subtlety. But then I was playing. What else was it? Alan Wake on the 360. I loved that game. But where was I going with the Little Mermaid? And then afterwards, I was like, I feel so much nostalgia right now. And then I plugged in, get ready for this, the Spyro Enter the Dragonfly.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that game?
I know what Spyro is.
So I also had the Reignited trilogy for the Xbox One. That's also one of my favorite games. But then it hit me. I played Enter the Dragonfly religiously growing up. So much. I got the soundtrack on my phone. I love that game. And then it brings me so much joy when I play these games. Sonic Adventure 2. Shadow the Hedgehog, speaking of Find the Computer Room. And
He couldn't help himself.
we did need a little laughter after the last segment. What else? I was playing Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. That's a great game, by the way, if you have a Wii or a Switch. I think it's on the
both.
Wii more. Oh, the Wii is awesome.
Dude, oh my god, like a random tangent. I've been missing my charger for my Nintendo Switch for the longest freaking time. I've been trying to find that thing for like a decade, it feels like. I haven't been able to play my Switch in forever, which it's in the eye of the beholder. That's probably a good thing or a bad thing, but I finally freaking found it yesterday, so...
Oh, hell yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of... I think the new wave for the new Mario Kart, like the last DLC came out. So
Nice.
I'm gonna have to check that out at some point soon.
Mario Kart Wii.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So many hours were spent on the Wii in the childhood.
I can interest you in something. So, I used to have Brawl tournaments for Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh boy.
I used to have tournaments with a bunch of friends, and we would do like, 6 characters, and like each of us would pick 6 characters of any kind, and we could pick any of them. We didn't have to like ban someone from choosing that one character because there was a bunch of there was like 30 characters, and if you lost one character, you couldn't use that character. And it was like a Pokemon battle of some kind. It was like, hey, if you lose that character, you're done with that one, and then the winner, like, it was awesome. It was just 4-player free for all of bullshit. It was great. It was awesome.
That sounds awesome, yeah.
It was, I love it. But it's a shame. We've gotten so far away from what we loved. Halo Master Chief Collection, by the way, is awesome.
This is the reason why we like complain about remasters all the time. Because it's just people like run out of good ideas, and so they think, oh hey, let's remake this game and like try to do all these things to make it better than it is, but at the end of the day it's never gonna match up.
However, the Spyro Reignited trilogy is awesome.
Okay, sure. I mean, it really just depends on the remaster, but like most of the time, it's not a great result. Like, like right now, where us Call of Duty players are in the middle of like the Modern Warfare reboot. The third game is dropping tonight, and all I'm hearing is that this is a mess.
200 gigs later.
Yeah, I know, right?
200 gigs. Think about that. Again, 8 megabytes on a PS2 memory card is all we needed. 8 megabytes. Think about that. It sucks. It really does suck. Speaking of shit that sucks, did you see that Marvel is seriously considering bringing back killed off characters, Iron Man and Black Widow?
Okay, there's that. I hate that, and then I also cannot stand the idea of like I don't know if I can't stand the idea, but like they're thinking of like they were gonna go move forward with Kang as the new villain, and now they're thinking maybe we should just make it Doctor Doom instead of Kang.
No, Kang is more powerful.
They got to do Kang. They got to keep going with that.
Oh, we're in
Quantumania was a good movie.
Are we in Jack's wheelhouse, sort of?
Sort of.
So, okay. I didn't know Jack was
Donut.
part comic book nerd. Hi, Donut.
Hi, Donut.
Yeah.
See what Chaos Donut wants to call.
We love Donut.
I'm more superhero movie or series nerd than comic book nerd, but sure.
But so let's do a deep dive of Kang. Kang is a Time Lord, essentially.
Oh.
Kang bends and destroys time. Is what he can do. Think about that. He's more powerful than Thanos.
Thanos needed the Infinity Stones to do that.
He would need the Infinity Stones to picture Kang with the Infinity Stones.
Oh my god.
We would not need to go into the deep levels of how bullshit that would be.
It would be unfair.
It would be unfair.
It would just be
That's how
legitimately unfair.
powerful Kang is, by the way. And I understand this whole cancel culture bullshit is like, oh, Jonathan Majors did this, but he wasn't really charged. So, he's still going to be Kang, and he's going to fit great as Kang. But if you were to make it Doctor Doom, I love Doctor Doom. I love the Fantastic Four. But damn, son. And I also feel like Marvel peaked at Endgame.
Yes.
From there, it's been downhill faster.
It has been downhill and
We're
downhill
talking-
and downhill and downhill. I think the next... I'm not even kidding when I say the next best thing that came after that is just Spider-Man. But that's
Literally.
Spider-Man. It stands on its own.
Literally. That's it.
Like, Marvel could not have any involvement in that movie, and it still would have done as good as it did.
It
just
still would have been
because
fantastic,
Spider-Man-
yeah.
Yeah, just because Spider-Man is like... As a franchise, Spider-Man stands on its own. I won't say the movie stands on its own, obviously,
No, but
because
the
you
franchise,
need to have
if you-
seen the other Spider-Man movies first. But
So
like
the comic books, the shows.
yeah, like that, the Spider-Man as its own brand has just gotten so big. Oh my god, the second game was so good. I didn't
Spider-Man
play
is
it.
Marvel. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
But... And
Something I think
then,
of Marvel. First thing I think it was Spider-Man.
I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 when it came out. And I came out of the theater going like, this was so obviously rushed. It was such a rushed movie. And I don't know if that was during the writer's strike, but still.
I really
Fuck,
don't
dude.
even know. I really don't even know. Like, I know the actor strike just ended yesterday,
Yeah, it ended yesterday.
which thank God. I was waiting a long time for that to be over with, so we could. Because like that by the way is probably why we're talking movies. Now that I think about it, because we got such a huge rush of announcements that came out after the strike ended.
Yeah.
And it's like now people are kind of like getting back to like saying this and that's going to come out. Like you mentioned Disney, they're making Inside Out 2, or I guess that's Pixar, but
Huh?
yeah.
Alright. I knew Disney ran out of ideas, but Jesus.
I mean, I think that movie was getting a sequel anyway. There was a few.
It was
other-
really good. Yeah, it's true. I need to stop looking at Islanders Twitter. I need to stop.
Take yourself out of the mess.
Save my soul, please.
I will pull you out of the hellhole.
No! I must attain the bullshit. I have to find the computer room.
Oh Jesus!
What a day it's been. What a day it has been.
Indeed.
Let's take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. Do you guys like spicy chicken? How about chicken sandwiches? Hey guys, it's Staniel Smooth here from Time to BS. And I want to shout out our newest friends of the show at Long Island's own Hot Chicken Mama. Born from Nashville, Tennessee, and coming over to the island. These spicy chicken sandwiches be sure to satisfy your palate with these amazing flavors and juicy taste. Just listen to this menu, shall you? chicken and waffles with hot honey maple syrup and hot butter, a bomb chicken sandwich that says titled The Sandwich. It doesn't need no fancy-ass name. And the snack wrap with a spicy hot honey ranch dressing. That sounds great. So what's holding you up? Head on down to Blue Point, New York, where Hot Chicken Mama will have your cravings taken care of.
It's time to BS.
Before we get to me destroying the Seahawks, sort of, Jack has something to say about Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I don't want to hear any buzzers. I'm talking over your buzzers. We got the money. He doesn't have to move very far.
He's got to move to Los Angeles.
Smoke weed every day.
Dan wins.
That one's true.
Danny wins.
I don't care. I don't win until Shohei becomes a Dodger.
All right. Anyway. So the Seahawks lost 37-3 in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
You got something to say there, bud?
Well, you know what? We also put up 3 points. That's what I'm saying. That's cute. We had Brett Rippon at quarterback. We put up the same number of points as you guys did.
Okay, if you had Stafford and put up 3 points, that would have been worse.
I would have screamed. I would have raged like crazy.
Yeah,
I would have been banned from Twitter. You would have had to report me, or someone else.
I've learned to stay off Twitter when any of my teams play. I have learned to do so.
I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, I just protect my sanity.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all do it.
Which is ironic considering 2 segments ago I probably caused myself an aneurysm.
Anyway,
so
Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm throwing this loss under the bus. I just throwing it down the river, taking it with a grain of salt. Because truthfully, let's be honest, Jack, Baltimore's going to the Super Bowl. The Ravens are going to go to the Super Bowl unless if something terrible happens.
See, it's tricky to immediately agree with you because for starters, you've known all season. My prediction has been the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win.
Jack, Baltimore looks terrifying.
I know they do. But there's still plenty of time for things to change.
Do you play the Ravens this year?
We do. We're going to witness it firsthand. I don't think we're going to win that game at all.
Baltimore's defense against a very good Seattle offensive line, Seattle could do nothing. Literally nothing. And that's a really good offense. That's a top 10 offense.
Have they played Cincinnati this season?
I don't know. I think they did week 1, yeah.
Me shock.
But Baltimore has the number 1 defense in football.
Oh, yeah, they did. They won by 3 points.
Baltimore has the number 1 defense in football.
I mean,
Lamar Jackson with Todd Monken at offensive coordinator, he looks like a competent quarterback. Not saying he wasn't, but he's throwing the ball significantly better than with Greg Roman.
Which is good. That's what they need.
Yes, you needed that. If Lamar stays healthy the whole season, they're going to Vegas. I don't see who beats them.
I think it's the Bengals. And, here's the thing. This season, and I'm going to, if I eventually get to the Rams, I'll say this about them too, but, when coming out of the bye week, I don't know, not coming out of the bye week. They play this week and next week. But their next 2 games are against divisional opponents.
Yeah, Cincinnati?
They got Cleveland and then Cincinnati. All hell can break loose for the Ravens.
Yeah, true.
Because when you have opponents that are familiar with you, I mean, obviously that's going to be motivation. They're going to want to beat the shit out of those guys. But at the same time, it's it's very possible that the teams that know you best are the ones that are going to be more prepared to beat you.
And then
it can all so like yes, they're blowing teams out. Like they destroyed Detroit. That was a shocker. And then
Yeah, it was a shocker.
They did the same to Seattle.
Which, by the way, can I interrupt you?
Okay.
The Seahawk fan, I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to get angry. But the Seahawk fan base that is saying to bench Geno Smith and put in Drew Lock, really? No.
That might have just been single game frustration.
No, it's been going on for weeks, Jack.
Don't even get me started on the Rams fans right now that are saying that that the team needs to trade and bench Stafford or fire Sean McVay when they saw the Rams play without Matthew Stafford, without Rob Havenstein, without Ernest Jones, who's their leading tackler on defense. They're looking at that one game and they're like, "Oh yeah, quarterback's the problem."
Because people overreact.
Quarterback's the problem.
Because people overreact.
I know.
People overreact at the dumbest of shit.
They do.
I mean, I just happened to get really mad about the Islanders because, well, I had little help.
It's more personal when it's your team.
It's more personal because it's the same fan base that, fell in love with Lou Lamoriello when he was here, when he got hired, and for 4 of the last 6 years.
It's just like some people just think or they talk without thinking. They talk out of their ass because
you guys
they're
really
pissed
suck at this. Just throwing it out there. All of you guys really suck at this. Like you say that, oh, we know what we're doing, when it's like you guys really suck at this.
Two seasons ago, Rams fans were praising, like they won the Super Bowl, and Rams fans were praising the hell out of Sean McVay. They're like, "This is the greatest coach ever." Like they were conversations. Is he the greatest coach ever?
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, and now because a shorthanded and mostly like a depleted, I guess, Rams team, even though it's not completely depleted, they're dealing with some injuries. They don't have all their guys back, and now all of a sudden, Sean McVay deserves to be fired because they can't figure out how to win every single game, even though Sean McVay took the Rams from the worst scoring offense one year into the best scoring offense the next year, which had never before happened in the league history.
By the way, 2-time NFC champion.
Yeah. It's just
at least you're not San Francisco.
We can laugh at them in a little bit, but I'm just saying at the very least, it's just in both of our cases with our teams right now, it feels like it is delusional fans that are just talking out of their ass and want an immediate change because they hate that their team is losing. Losing sucks, but it's part of it.
But also,
the team is going to be good every year. That's just how, unless they're the Chiefs.
No, you're right. I mean, so I have a question for you, Jack. So you're right now, for the Seahawks, are in the red pill, blue pill situation. Like from the Matrix and shit?
I know that reference.
Thank you. Do you go with the red pill, being Geno Smith? The man who you've trusted to be the guy who you signed to a 3-year extension, who's proven to be turnover prone-ish, dating back to West Virginia, and who holds the ball for way too goddamn long on certain occasions. Or do you go with the blue pill, being Drew Lock, the unproven backup who has a better arm and quicker release, but has also proven to be very inconsistent, dating to his Missouri days?
I wouldn't really change too much if I'm I think if I'm the Seahawks,
stick with Geno.
I look in the mirror a little bit because obviously I'm not going to say you don't make any changes after you lose 37-3, but I don't think the Seahawks need to get too far away from what they're doing that has won them some key games this season so far, because it's real. I hate the idea that I'm praising you guys the week before we play you, by the way.
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks, yeah. The Rams had the bye. But
hey, there we go.
I don't think the Seahawks, I think they need to, those things that they need to clean up, sure, but I don't think you need to make any major changes like that. No. Would I have benched Geno Smith in the middle of that game if it's like late fourth quarter and I only have 3 points? Sure. But I don't think any long-term changes for right now need to. Do you know how much of a morale destroyer that would be if you lose a game like that and all right, you're gone, you're just gonna bench everybody?
Your confidence is destroyed.
You're not gonna help confidence to respond the next week. You're just gonna destroy that confidence.
And by the way, you got Washington this weekend. That's a very winnable game at home.
That's a very good bounce back game.
And then you have the Rams in Los Angeles, but you battle back and forth with the Rams all the time. There are times when you win. There are times when you lose. There are times when you win. That's good.
I feel like the games that go crazy between the Rams and Seahawks are always the Thursday night ones. Those ones are just absolutely unhinged.
Crazy about that.
Like, remember, like there was the 2019 game where we lost by 1 point because Greg Zuerlein barely missed a kick.
Yeah, I don't know how to this day.
I thought that was good.
I don't know how to this day Zuerlein missed that.
Looking back on the highlight, I still think that kick was good.
It could have been.
I'm not bitter about it, but I look back on that and I feel like it was because it was like just over the upright.
Those,
on the
by
inside.
The way, can I throw this out there? Those retro jerseys for the Seahawks the past 2 weeks ago. Good Lord. They're beautiful.
NSFW. Those jerseys are insane.
Where is it? All right, George Michael, shut up.
Yeah, no, those jerseys are fantastic. And what was I going to say? I completely lost my train of thought.
I still think Seattle's going to win the West.
I was about to bring up that.
I still think they're winning the West. I don't see San Francisco has a gauntlet of games as well as you do.
I was going to bring up the 2021 Thursday night game between our teams, but anyway.
Yeah, but still, it's like San Francisco's a fraud.
So you have the Commanders, the Seahawks, the 49ers, or not the Rams, the 49ers, the Cowboys. Oh, you play the 49ers twice within the next few weeks.
Twice in 3 weeks. Yep. But the big news is you get them on Thanksgiving in your building.
I'm going to be completely honest. I actually kind of see a world in which they split those games.
Yeah, they're splitting those games. There's no way they don't.
One's a Thursday night game.
So that's the Dallas one. That's the Cowboys one. And then in Philadelphia, they host Philadelphia after they're in San Francisco.
They host Philadelphia, then they're away at Tennessee, then they host Pittsburgh, and then they're away at Arizona.
At the Cardinals. Yeah, they could very well only have 2 losses at the end of. They could very well have only 4 or 5 losses at the end of the year. Very well could.
Okay, here's my prediction. My bold prediction.
Please go.
They're beating the Commanders.
Yes.
I think the Rams get them. That one could go either way. You and I both know very well that game could go either way. Unless you send me a picture of shirtless DK Metcalf, in which case the Rams will dominate you for the rest of the game.
I will not do that thing. I've learned from my mistakes.
I think you beat the 49ers at home.
Brock Purdy, however, they're going to live and die by him.
They're going to live and die by Brock Purdy. And they're getting Debo back, but if Brock Purdy doesn't, if he hasn't fixed his issues, then they're in trouble. And then
Chase Young doesn't help either.
I don't think you beat Seattle.
You mean Dallas?
Or Dallas, yeah. I keep saying Seattle.
I think they beat Dallas. I think they have a shot.
That one's a toss-up, too. Honestly, a lot of these games are toss-ups. You're definitely not beating the Eagles.
I don't know. I don't know. Because the thing is, Philly starts strong, and then they fade.
Here's what I'm going to say. I think you might go on a little bit of a run towards the end of the season. I think the Seahawks are going to win their last 3 games.
They're beating Tennessee. They're beating Tennessee. It's Pittsburgh usually plays them tough.
The only one of those 3 games... Actually... They could all go either way, but I think they sweep them. I know Will Levis has looked like the second coming of Jesus on the Titans so far.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, by the way, too. He's looked insane.
Jesus Levis. That's a great nickname, by the way.
That is, yeah. The Steelers game, that one can be very scrappy. I can speak from experience that the Steelers are a very scrappy team, and they don't go down very easily. I just hope that you don't get Craig Rolstad the ref that game, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then Cardinals game could go either way, but I think you guys should manhandle them.
So 12-5?
Something like that. I don't know. Again, I feel like those first 2 games against the Rams and Niners could go either way, and I really think the Rams are capable of winning that game. It's just...
It's a toss-up.
So many toss-ups.
Really is. Truthfully. It's crazy.
But you're leading the division as far as I know. Or you're up there.
They are tied. They are right now tied. But that's... I'm not expecting them to win the division. I think they could very well win the division. But it's still a wait and see what happens.
To be honest with you, I agree. I have the Seahawks winning this division. I have the Rams as a wild card team. And the 49ers as a wild card team.
Right now, I don't know what to think of the Niners.
I don't either. Because like, you can think that, they got their bye week, they can just go right back to form. But like they just have struggled like crazy this
They
last
really
game.
have.
And it's like... they don't have Debo. Well, defensively, they look like shit.
Yeah.
They can't. They let the Vikings. They let primetime Kirk Cousins lead a touchdown drive, like right before the half.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right. Let's take a quick break before we go off the deep end. We'll be right back. What's up, everyone? Staniel Smooth here. I wanted to show you guys a cool thing we're doing. This podcast is sponsored by Canada Dips, the newest lineup to the dip game, but in CBD form. The Canada Dips lineup features products made for every man's lifestyle. All tins are proudly crafted from the hills of Humboldt County in California. It's filled with flavor and will give you that good vibe that CBD brings to the room. So what are you waiting for? Use the promo code BELLYUP20 in all caps at CanadaDips.com for 20% off your next order. That's BELLYUP20 at CanadaDips.com.
It's time to BS.
Jack, we're going to go a little bit of a dark path here.
Oh, no.
So, first of all, I just want to say, my deepest condolences to the family of Adam Johnson. It sucks. It's one of those things where accidents happen, and it sucks absolute levels of ass that it happened. We've seen this before numerous times, to where you've seen players take skates to the neck. It doesn't help that you're skating on literally swords. But what disappoints me more and more are the comments. Is that they're making this a race discussion.
Don't do that.
They are. There are comments that are doing that. I'm not
sure
the one
there
doing
are. That's my message to the people right now: is don't do that. This does not need to be a race discussion.
This is a death on the ice.
This is a freak accident.
That's what I'm saying.
Tragic moment.
It's a freak accident. There is nothing you can do about it. It is sheer bad luck that this happened. Sheer bad luck. You don't need to throw this and this because of this and this into this discussion. You can't. You can't do that. And it's a shame that we're even up to that point. But this is
disgusting that this has become a race thing. It's absolutely not. Like you said, it was just a tragic freak accident. It was bad luck, and it's like,
yeah.
The best thing we can do is going forward. We keep him and his family in our thoughts.
Of course,
and we understand. We have to Of
course.
We also have to, from just a general hockey standpoint, kind of take steps in like the safety direction as well. We have to make sure this kind of thing does not happen again. If I am the commissioner of the NHL, I'm making neck guards mandatory yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it should be a choice. I know that there's been discussions about like I know it's come up a lot more among players. Like I haven't seen anyone come out and say like they're openly directly like opposed to it. But I'm seeing more and more and more players starting to wear the neck guards, and it's like some people are saying that, you know, their complaint is they're not comfortable, they don't feel like they protect them enough, or like something like that.
It's at least with something.
With the way equipment technology has advanced over the years, I'm absolutely guarantee you that these companies that make like the gear equipment for hockey will be able to figure out a way to make them as comfortable as possible.
By the way,
as safe as possible.
You're never going to fully protect yourself from a literal steel skate. It's the truth. Look at Jordan Eberle today. Jordan Eberle of the Kraken took a skate to the leg. The thing is that you signed up for this.
I know that they signed up for it. I'm just saying that they shouldn't have to like. That shouldn't have to happen. Like they should be as protected as possible. And like the leg area doesn't have like, if it's not the front of the leg, it doesn't have like, if he got it in the side or the back, there's areas of the body that aren't as well protected as others when you're playing hockey. I can speak from experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think like I've been on the ice before. I'm not ever going to go on the ice again without a neck guard.
Of course.
I'm just not. I think, like I said, I think there's like in other areas too. I think that there's like room for improvement in terms of the safety department. But yeah, no, I just think that like that kind of thing cannot be chanced again. It happens more than you really. There was like a Twitter thread that was pretty popular. It happens more often than people realize that skate blades can get really close to the head and neck area. And you don't want another incident like that. If you have protection on your neck, I'm not saying you're not going to get hurt, but it can be life-saving.
Of course. Of course.
So I think that's I honestly 100% think that it should be mandatory.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick break before we move on with the show.
Thanks to our friends over at La Terrain Watches for sponsoring Time to BS podcast. Use the promo code Time to BS at LaTerrain.com for some sweet deals over on the website. That's time, the number 2, and BS at LaTerrain.com.
It's time to BS.
Did you see this Brian Cashman story that's been going around?
The culture is actually damn good. Yeah.
That's what I thought immediately. I'm like, I understand you've been the Yankees GM for, since the days of Count Dracula. It seems like it. Really, it's been since like 97, but I digress. Basically, yeah, he summed it up by saying, yeah, the culture's pretty damn good. I think we're a damn good team. You can't say that in New York.
You cannot say that you're a good team if you miss the playoffs.
They were 82 and 80.
That is pretty much the benchmark.
They were 82 and 80. They were just barely over 500.
There's no way the Yankees were over 500.
They were just barely
over
500 by a game. Yes. 160
Yankees, man. Like, that was
162
just,
games. They won 82 of them.
that is the biggest fall off for starters that I've ever seen in the MLB.
It's been coming
in such a long time. Like this is, I know it's been coming. Sure,
it's been coming for
is,
years.
It is just hilarious to think that's a World Series competing team a year ago. Like they were in the ALCS the season before last.
Aaron Judge had 63 home runs the previous year. He was the MVP. And I'm a Yankee fan through and through, but I've been calling for Cashman's job for years.
You're far from the only one.
I understand you're in a new age of baseball where analytics rule. But after a certain point, it's like you can't keep counting on home runs to save your ass every day.
No.
You can't. And I get it, your team is built like that. But at the same point, you need to look at teams like the Astros and figure out what the hell are they doing that's still keeping them winning.
Cheating? I'm just kidding.
Look at the Texas Rangers who just won the World Series. Arizona got to the World Series.
Arizona came out of nowhere. Honestly, this
really did.
whole baseball season came out of nowhere. Like I would not have had the rate. I would not. We talk about the fall off of the Yankees. I would not have ever had this team. The Texas Rangers lost 106 games, I think it was.
Yeah.
The season, or like a couple of seasons ago.
The season before, yeah.
And now they're World Series champions.
Amazing.
What the hell is baseball?
Amazing how shit works.
Or same thing with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I almost said Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Diamondbacks, like, just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. But the Yankees have a lot to do. I will tell you what they should do. If I were running the team, me personally, which I've become what I hate. Play the kids. You call up some of the prospects. You know, I understand Dominguez is out for the season with a torn UCL. Austin Wells is probably going to be your catcher. Volpe looks really good. Call up more of the kids. See what you can do. Make Stanton the DH. You know, just do that. And then just be mediocre for a little bit and then let the kids play. You're not losing Judge. You're not losing Stanton for a little bit. Let's just be real. And Garrett Cole's winning the Cy Young. But then you also can't make moves like Frankie Montas, Carlos Rodon. You can't make these... Sonny Gray from years before. You can't keep making moves like this for pitching and then have them fall off your ass the way that they did.
Sure.
I mean, you've experienced it firsthand. You've made some trade acquisitions that you've looked back and gone, why'd we do that again?
Yeah, I have. I've definitely looked at some trades, like, which was the one on top of my head? Yu Darvish.
Yeah, the Yu Darvish one was weird.
He gave up. I've never seen anyone just completely give up in the World Series after being so dominant when we got him. He was like the guy for such a long time during that season, and then they make it to the World Series, and he just vanishes off the face of the planet.
Bam!
Granted, Astros are also cheating, but still, you get the idea.
Fuck the Astros. Fuck them.
That is genuinely one of those trades where I look back and I'm like, not quite sure why we did that now.
You can't say these things, though, if you're Brian Cashman to the Yankee fan base.
I just, like, you're giving them so much ammo like that by saying that they're, like, by saying that they're, like, a damn good team or whatever the hell he was talking about. It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You stink. I'm just going to flat out say it. You stink.
The benchmark is playoffs, in my opinion. I think.
The benchmark to me is like 88 games. That's where my expectations are. I don't think they make the playoffs.
You're not for the Yankees, sure. I mean, you're not a Dodgers fan. So.
Well, Baltimore is better than you. Do you remember how terrible the Orioles have been for the last few years? They've been awful. The Orioles are better than you. The Red Sox are going to be better than you. Tampa Bay is better than you. Toronto's going to get better. You are officially the worst team in the American League East.
I was going to say, I hope you're not talking about the Dodgers there.
No.
They're better than half the teams that you just lifted off. But yeah, no, I get you. It's like
the Yankees are right now the worst team in the American League East.
They right now are looking like that comment to me by Cashman. It screams complacency. It seems like you're not aware that this team, after the worst fall off you could have had in a long time, you're not aware that this team is in like a dire spot and needs some changes to happen.
They need changes.
How big of a changes that can be determined later, but you get what I'm saying. And it's like
he needs to be fired yesterday. He needs to be fired.
You cannot get complacent when you just had that fall off, when you had that drop off, like you just dealt with. It's like if you're just gonna be complacent with that happening, and you're not like that, shows to me that you're just like treating. And I don't even know how you can do this as a manager, but you're treating the Yankees as a brand, basically.
Which they kind of are, but still, they're baseball. They are literally baseball.
I say, as a Dodgers fan, that the baseball does not exist without the Yankees.
No, they don't.
But just baseball as a sport.
Baseball does not exist in its popularity the way that it has around the globe without the Yankees. That is fact. Fight me.
A couple other teams too, but yeah, no, the Yankees are like
mostly the Yankees if you count the longevity speaking. Yeah. But yeah, like you don't say these things. You don't. We're gonna close the show off by just reflecting. So, Jack, I mean, over the last few months, my childhood house has been getting redone, and I'll paint the picture for you. It's like a little barn house. Sort of on a little in a beach town of Long Island. And I don't know, I had some weird reflecting moments today where I was like, wow.
I don't blame you for that.
A lot of the shit that I had and grew up with, it's now just a memory. And it's a shame because, granted that house did need to get redone. It was falling apart, but still. It's one of those where you're like, damn. And I look back at the memories. I remember playing football in high school on a grass field. It's now turf. Literally the year after I graduated, it became turf.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the shit that happens. I'm living right now in a neighborhood where my elementary school life was kind of a mess. I was literally changing schools every 2 years while I was in elementary school.
Shit.
So I went to 3 different schools, and I've recently, 2017, I think was when I made the move to this neighborhood, and it's where I went to school for 5th and 6th grade. And over the last year or so, they've already added a new building. It looks like it's just a completely different thing. And they've built up so much extra along here. I don't know. It's kind of cool. There was an area nearby that was just completely empty land. And only a few years go by, we drive by that, and there's now there's a whole shopping center. There's a gas station. There's just all this stuff over there, and it's time really fucking flies.
Yep.
There's just so much new stuff being added to places or things like that you don't remember, but that also means stuff is being taken away.
Yeah. But it's one of those weird things where you look back on the past and you start to become more grateful of what you already have.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back on a lot of shit and I was like, wow. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that, or I wouldn't be here without the experiences of that. Like, damn, I'm really looking back on a lot of shit. And it's sort of like, it's weirdly humbling in that regard, but it also brings back some haunted memories. But it is what it is, ultimately speaking.
That's completely fair. That
It's
is
weird.
something unfortunate that I've been dealing with a little bit as of late. I don't know. I keep having like these thoughts about like freaking high school and shit, and it's like I don't want to fucking remember that.
Nah.
My experience in high school was terrible.
I believe, me too.
But there was good stuff there too. There was some good stuff.
Yeah,
and
there were good stuff.
It's really hard to like remember just the good stuff.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's just a matter of like I understand like the whole reflection thing, and it's like
Yeah.
weird to see like what has changed, and it's like there was terrible stuff that I went through, but at the same time, it's like there's some things that I experienced there that like if I didn't experience them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
There's an old saying that I told Mike. I texted him earlier today. I said, your life is like forging a sword. From the time you're born, you're given a piece of steel. The steel represents your life, and it could take maybe at minimum 30 years to build your life. Now, you could also forge your life to whatever sword you want it to be. Could be anything, really. Now, you need tools in order to make your blade. The two most important teachers in life, in which this case are your tools, in which are the hammer and your anvil. Those teachers are failure and pain. Pain is your hammer. Failure is the anvil. Those are your two most important tools in life. You'll need something to heat up your blade in order to work on it. You need fire. Fire is represented by rage. In order to cool off the heated metal, you need water or a quench bucket. That represents sadness. So sadness is the quench bucket. These things must happen in order to forge the sword you want to be. There will be cracks in your sword and it might even break. What do we do when that happens? We fix it up. So when you're feeling down or upset that your life isn't going to plan, remember that sometimes these things need to happen in order for you to forge the sword that you want to become. That's a tattoo right there.
That's a whole ass tattoo, honestly.
That's actually going to the hammer, the anvil,
for me.
The hammer, the anvil, and the sword are going to go somewhere on my arm.
That's an easy thing for me to visualize because I've been watching a lot of Forged in Fire as of late. That's such a good show.
So then you understand. Like, yeah, a lot of this, yeah, we constantly, as human beings, as of recently, want to prevent bad shit from happening.
Exactly, especially as of late.
But the thing is, we can't. Sometimes, in order for whatever universe or godly thing you believe in, bad things got to happen in order to bring the balance together. It's the yin and yang theory.
Now, maybe not necessarily like bad things on the scale of what's happening and like.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. I'm just clarifying here. We're not talking about certain things.
No. Sometimes bad shit has to happen in your life in order to bring out the good. Like, I'll say it right out of the gate. I was bullied profusely. Profusely for years.
Yep.
Tormented for years because of my disability and all other things. But
still haunts me.
But in the end, it made you and I into the people who we are today. We would not be the personalities that we are today without the experiences that we had growing up. As shitty as that may sound, it's the truth. I've talked to a bunch of people that are haunted by their memories, and I will tell you, those memories made you who you are. And as shitty as that may sound, it's true. Because where would you be without those experiences of teaching you what to expect?
You
or
are
what to
going
not happen.
to grow from them. You're going to learn from them. Even if it doesn't feel like it's going to happen right now. Like maybe you're going through a shit time right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn from it. You're gonna grow from it. Yeah, it's gonna make you a better person at the end of the day.
You can't see audio, but right here on my lower arm, on my upper arm, is a tattoo of the water. Understand, like, for those who know my story will know exactly where this is going, but I will say this right out of the gate. I've always said that the water has set me free. Whenever I go to the nearest body of water, I feel at peace. I feel all those memories slowly go away. And you gotta find your zone, your zen thing or object or whatever the fuck that helps set you free. And you're never going to be fully free from those memories. They stick with you because those are memories. But what you gotta understand is that, hey, they don't define who you are. They made you who you are. Why aren't I an air mat? Why aren't I one of the air nomads? I feel like I'd be like a Jedi master or some shit.
You've just ascended to a higher plane of existence in the course of these last several minutes.
The funny thing is, that's church bells, not the gong.
Close enough.
It's weird. I've made my character Bro Yoda. Just Broda. But that's always been like, especially over the last 3 years. Actually, the last 4 almost 5 years of doing this show, I've learned to just appreciate what I have. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it is what it is. You learn to deal with it.
I feel that.
Yeah. Shit, I've always been able to find my comfort zones and random shit. And now Donut's here. Everyone loves Donut. We're gonna end it on that.
We got deep. That got real deep.
That got real deep. Hey, a lot of emotions today.
Good to have that talk, though, honestly.
That's what we're here. That's what we're here for.
It is.
That's what we're here for at the end. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 194 of Time to BS with Staniel Smooth. Thank you, Jack, for joining the Department of BS once again. My name is Staniel Smooth. I'm coming to you from the lovely beaches of Long Island, New York, and I will see you all in this life or the next one. Have a